So do you need an attorney if you hit a deer with your car? Probably not, and let me explain why. So this morning, so we live out in the country, and we live kind of on a series of curves on the road, and over the course of the 15 years that we've lived there, there's been quite a few crashes. People roll, mostly single vehicle rollovers. People lose control, and the road is kind of up higher than the rest of the terrain. If people get off on the shoulder, they tend to roll down into our yard more times than not. And so this morning we woke up and there was first responders and fire trucks out in the road in front of our house. So of course, being curious people that we are, we were looking out there and trying to figure out, because it looked like there was a vehicle in our driveway. And eventually one of the first responders came up and told us that someone had hit a deer. And they were going to leave the vehicle there, asked if it was okay to leave the vehicle there today. They were going to come get it tonight. So, of course, it's fine. We were able to get in and out of the driveway. And, but, so on the way into school today, I'm on my way home from dropping my kids off at school, and one of my boys said, "Do they need to hire you, Dad?" And I'm like, "Well, no." And he said, "Why?" And I says, "Well, you can't really sue the deer." You need a lawyer typically when someone else is at fault, someone that caused the crash. If you are just driving down the road and you fall asleep and you go into the ditch and you're badly injured, but there's no one to blame but yourself, and you're not allowed to sue yourself. Same way if you hit a deer, arguably the deer shouldn't have been out in the road, but you can't sue the deer. And my son joked, he said, "Well, maybe," I said, "you can't get any money out of the deer." He's like, "Well, maybe we can get $40. And we all laughed. It was a fun moment with the kids. But yeah, deer crashes are one of those things where there's no one to sue unless you could figure out how to, sue the DNR for putting too many deer out there. But yeah, so it all comes down to who caused the crash. Is there someone that caused the crash? And a lot of times it's ourselves. We fall asleep at the wheel, we're not paying attention, driving too fast in the snow, whatever the case may be. If the crash is our fault, then we have no one to sue. If it's an animal's fault, there's no one to sue. But if I'm driving my car and I'm driving too fast and I go into the ditch and we roll, God forbid, and kids in the car, well, then the kids have a claim against me, or maybe my wife brings the claim against me on their behalf, because the passengers are innocent. They didn't do anything wrong. It was my fault. I would not be able to bring a claim for my injuries because it's my fault, but anyone in the vehicle with me would have a claim, and it would be against our auto insurance policy is how it works. So that's kind of how it works. I know sometimes it's not clear how or why you need lawyers, but that's kind of the simple question. Is there someone at fault, and do they have insurance, or do they have money? Deer don't check either one of those boxes. So anyway, be safe this time of year. It's the rut here in Wisconsin, and so the bucks are running crazy. Yesterday I was out in the middle of the day, and I had a nice big buck cross in front of me on the road. So this is the time of year you got to be very, very careful, and just watch out for them. Take your time and be safe. So appreciate you watching the video. If you have any questions about any of that, leave a comment below. If you need to reach out to me personally, just go down to the description. Linktree has my email address. Just send me an email. I'll be happy to talk to you that way. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and until next time, everyone, have a good one.